暴動を起こすっていうね。Hey, Steve, how you doing? Hello, Jason. Sorry to hear about the loss of life due to the earthquake. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for your condolence. Yeah, but most sadly, the Coast Guard members who are about to leave for the disaster areas, I guess that they had a crash with the jet airplane or something. That kind of depressed me a little bit, actually. That kind of depressed me. I mean, of course, civilian casualties are very sad, even though it was quite small, I think. Given that size of the earthquake and stuff. But what really got me was the death of the rescue members who are about to leave Tokyo and going to the disaster areas and stuff. And that kind of made me, down a little bit. Yeah. Well, they gotta make sure that's not gonna happen again. Yeah. How's everything going there in the UK? Some people here in Japan are excited about like what Sunak. What's his name? Am I pronouncing his name right? Sunak, the Prime Minister. Yep, the British UK Prime Minister Sunak said that you guys restricted the number of the illegal aliens by like 90% or something. I don't know if that's correct, but that's what we hear in Japan, in the Japanese news anyway. I didn't really check it in English yet, but Sunak, he said something like that. Yeah, and some people are very excited about that. Like we should do the same. Whatever. I don't know exactly, what really happened, but that's what we hear. I guess he made a little speech or greeting or something, and basically he was talking about like how successful his immigration policies and stuff. That's what I hear. How is that talked about in the UK? To be honest, my first impression, I could be wrong, I don't know, but my first impression is that, why is this guy the prime minister? We're being shafted. Oh, that's how you feel about it, huh? My first impression was that, why is this guy the prime minister of the UK? The prime minister of the UK should be a white man. He was, I don't know. That was the first impression I got, and he doesn't look like an indigenous Englishman or a British person, at least. We hate it and don't believe a word he says. Oh, is that right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're all getting kind of fucked by the politicians, here in Japan too. They're dishonest sons of bitches. Some people are really excited about it though, but my thought was there, getting in the way of like thinking anything further. This he looks like nothing but Indian. That was the impression I got, and of course, it's good to stop the illegal immigration stuff, but I think that the first thing, my impression is that the first thing that needs to be done is to kick this guy out. He's doing. I guess he was born and raised in the UK and stuff, but he doesn't. I don't know how British he feels about himself, or like his family and stuff. 100%. Is that right? Okay. England for the English, exactly. Japan for the Japanese, exactly. Yeah. That thought just kind of got stuck in there, and think about it, man. Like in Japan, like if we do have some Congress members already who are Chinese descendants or you know Korean descendants and stuff. We have some, and whatever. But at this moment, they haven't become the prime minister yet. But that would be that I wouldn't like it because we look similar and stuff. And, people don't feel so, how do you call it, like resistant. Am I using the right word? But still, Chinese are Chinese, Koreans are Korean. They're not Japanese, and basically they don't like us. And if they become the leader of this country, I don't know how Indians feel about Britain and stuff, but I know that Chinese. I know how Chinese and the Koreans feel about it. Feel about this country here, which isn't very positive. If they become the prime minister of this country or something, and to be honest, like that couldn't be a nightmare. Exactly. Paper British. He has a piece of paper saying he's British. A pig born in a stable is not a horse. Exactly. Oh, yeah, that's a good example. Yeah, exactly. A pig born in a stable is not a horse. I saw something like this. Somebody was saying, I laughed my ass off, actually. I was looking at this. All right, good night. Just a second, buddy. Steve, if you're still there, come over here. My son's here. He's going to bed right now, and he just came to say good night to me. His name is Steve. He's the only person who is in the chat right now. There are 6 people, but he's the only person who is speaking here. And yeah, and say hello to Steve.
How?
Yeah, my son. He's a college student, and he studied. What do you study?
I'm studying about the electric
motors, the car,
Yeah, car.
automobile.
Automobiles.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh, he's saying good night, Ochiai Jr. All right, say good night to him.
So, good night.
All right, good night.
Good night.
All right, good night. Openly, right? Bless our children. Exactly. Yeah. That's all we want. We want a good country, safe country for our kids. Yeah. That's what we want. Yeah. It's not hate speech and shit like that. I mean, how if you ask those Indians or if you ask any Africans or whatever, how would they feel if their prime minister becomes like people from other countries of other races and stuff. Yeah. But anyway, okay. Yeah, protect our women and children. Exactly. Yeah, that's all we want. We don't want anything else. Yeah. Because our countries are good. Yeah, and we want to keep it. We just want to keep it good. And safe. We want a safe country for our women and children. Yeah, and I want a country where we men, boys, can leave the house without worrying about our wives or children getting raped by criminals and stuff. Get our house burned down. And then that's in my opinion, that's what we want. Yeah, exactly. Every television advert here has a mixed race family. Oh, yeah. They are trying to normalize the N words. Oh, right. N words. Oh, okay. Right. N words. I haven't heard the term, I didn't really. I was in the US and, F word or S word or something, or C word or something, but I haven't really, maybe because I'm Asian, I didn't really hear people talk about like N words or using, saying N words and stuff like that. But nowadays, that's what they say, huh? It's kind of funny actually. N words and shit. Right. I'm going to translate what you wrote here in English, what you talked about and what I talked about into Japanese, okay? Just a sec. このスティーブ・クレイさんという方が書かれているのが、要するになんか、まあね、一番初めにその地震ですね。地震でこう亡くなった人がいてね、残念だというふうな話をされてね。で、僕が言ったのは、海上保安庁ですね。海上保安庁の方々がこう亡くなられたというのが僕にとっては一番ショックというか、ちょっとやっぱこうめいるような話というか、でも、なんだろうな、まあそういうふうな話があって、もちろんね、一般の方々が亡くなられたというのも非常に悲しいニュースだし、本当もう耐え難いことですよ、本当。僕は東日本大震災も経験したし、熊本地震も経験したから、やっぱね、大変な思いをした人たちの話をいっぱい聞いてね、で今回もやっぱそういうのがあって、でプラス海上保安庁の人たちが亡くなったというのはちょっと本当に気がめいるわ。で、まあそういうふうな話があって、でその後ほら、今、こっち界隈をこう騒がせてるニュースが一個あって、イギリスなんですけど、イギリスのスナク、スナク首相ですね。両親インド出身なのかな。でもまあ、生まれも育ちもイギリスなのかな。で、その首相が、なんだっけ、こう、要するにそのなんかこう、移民政策をこう厳しくしたら、9割の人間がこう、9割の不法入国者が来れなかったんだみたいな、こう、そういうふうなことを言ったらしいですよね。でこれは選挙の前の挨拶かなんかとかっていうふうにここには書いてあったんで、そうなんだと知らなかったんだけど。で、それについて僕はスティーブさんに、これについてはイギリス人はどういうふうに思ってるのと、どういうふうに感じてるのというふうに聞いたら、だから彼が思うところは、我々はね、ただに騙されてるんだと。こいつらの言うことをなんかね、一つも信じれないよというふうにおっしゃってる。だろうなと思うわ。だってもう、イギリスもそうだし、ドイツもそうだし、あとフランスとか、ああいうこうでっかい国ですよね。とかではね、外国人に、なんかね、外国人に生活保護を上げてるのは日本だけだとかってこういう人がいるでしょ。で、実際その外国人の生活保護制度自体はどうなってるのか僕は外国では知らないんだけど、ただ一つ言えるのは生活保護を上げてるんですね。実際不法入国者が来るでしょ。どっかに収容されて、でそこでね、まずホテルに泊まって、そしてそこでね、お金とかね、食べ物とかあげてるんですよ。で、その後、なんだろう、合法的にその国に入れるようにしてあげて、そして、それから生活保護をずっともらって暮らしてるんですよ。だから、それ不法入国者なんです、明らかにね。そういうのがゴロゴロ言うわけだから、まあ、別に日本の状況がいいわけではないんだけど、外国人の生活保護をもらってるのは、外国人に生活保護を上げてるのは日本だけだっていうのは、これは僕は違うと思うんですよ。 イギリスとか、だから、そういう意味では、例えば計算上では不法入国者が減ったというよりも、不法入国者として扱わなくなったという方が僕は正解なのかなという気がするわ。と思います。でもそういうふうな話をしてて、とにかくね、日本という国は日本人のためのものだし、イギリスはイギリス人のためのものなんだからと。そもそもがインドのこのスナク首相というのは、イギリス人じゃないんだよと。書類上じゃね、イギリス人なんだろうけど、ただそれだけの話で、彼はイギリス人じゃないんだと。そもそもね、彼がイギリスの首相になっていること自体がおかしいんだというふうな、そういう話をね、してたんですね。Japan's crisis, Silla invasions, Asuka to Heian era, betrayals and invasions. Long before the Mongol invasions, there were countless Korean invasions. The piracy against Japan during Korea's Shilla dynasty for about 400 years, and the riots caused by the people who'd immigrated to Japan are called Silla invasions. In 645, bandits attacked the coast of Kyoto. It was subjugated by Hyoumai Sukune no Mikoto. In 687, Emperor Jito didn't welcome the immigrants who were arriving one after another, and although she conducted a program to return the immigrants, in the 700s, even more people immigrated to Japan. In the 800s, bandits became larger and more frequent, causing many incidents such as murder, robbery, rape, and abduction in various parts of Kyushu, including Tsushima, Saga, Fukuoka, and Kumamoto. Additionally, Koreans living in Shizuoka rebelled and committed similar acts. It's always Koreans. Always, actually. Always. Yeah. And also, Yamano Harunaga in Saga colluded with Koreans and attempted to take over Tsushima. Yamano Harunaga's whereabouts after that are unknown, but there are theories he was captured and executed, or that he fled to Korea. Funya Yoshitomo and the couple. Yeah, right. At least she made an effort to repatriate scumbags. Exactly. That's more than what they are doing in the UK today. Oh, yeah. And that's more than what they are doing in Japan today, too, actually. It's the same. It's the same. And Funya Yoshitomo and his couple hundred men defeated thousands of bandits in Tsushima. It's said Funya pretended to run away and lured the bandits in, and there Japanese samurai were waiting with arrows ready. Arrows rained down on the bandits, hitting more than 200, and those who survived were killed by Funya's men. I think it sounds okay. Samurai, right? Yeah, talking about that right now. Funya Yoshitomo subjugating bandits. So this guy. Yeah. This guy here. That's what he looks like. Yeah. Fujiwara Mamoru, who ruled Shizuoka, proposed to the imperial court that Koreans not be allowed to be naturalized and that they be forcibly deported, but the proposal was rejected. There are, some we always had politicians like this, Yeah, they couldn't refuse the immigrants and stuff. But this guy made a proposal to send them back, but he was rejected. We need them today, exactly. Yeah, be good. In the late 900s and 1000s, even after Silla fell and Korea was established, Korean invasions continued. And many parts of Kyushu, where actually I live in, suffered terrible damage, as mentioned above. It's said that these bandits were subjugated by brave soldiers from Dazaifu, Kyushu's administrative office, in charge of military, foreign affairs, and internal matters in Fukuoka and Kikaijima, a remote island off Kagoshima. Statue of Japanese soldier in ancient Japan. ということで ancient time of Japan, the soldier probably looked like this. Japan's Crisis 3. Invasion of Toi. Fujiwara Takaie. Heian era Kyushu. A delinquent boy to a savior. Even after the invasions of Silla, see Japan's Crisis 2, which lasted 400 years, invasions by bandits continued. The largest being the invasion of Toi, 1019. Bandits believed to be a mix of 3,000 Manchurians and Koreans landed on the coast of Japan and abducted, raped, robbed, and massacred civilians. Those who intercepted them included Fujiwara Takaie, nephew of the national leader Fujiwara Michinaga. Despite having grown up in an elegant family, Takaie was a rough and tumble man and was shunned by his family. He moved to Kyushu, far from Kyoto, and ruled Dazaifu. Meanwhile, several thousand bandits invaded Kyushu, and Iki's lord, Fujiwara Masatada, first bravely resisted with about 100 men, but they were annihilated. Then Takaie intercepted. Takaie moved quickly and was determined to capture every last enemy, completely annihilating the bandits. It's said that Korea, fearing his bravery, handed over several hundred Japanese hostages abducted by the bandits to Takaie. So this is what he looks like. In this picture, he looks like a young man. When the bandits invaded, Takaie reported to the imperial court, but the decision makers, including the Fujiwara clan, dragged on the meeting and did not respond. In the end, Takaie subdued the bandits without waiting for their order. This later became a problem, and it said that there was a debate within the imperial court as to whether or not to give rewards to Takaie and his men. In the end, they were rewarded. Some viewed that because Takaie used to be delinquent in Kyoto, who later became a respected ruler in Kyushu, some powerful members in his family were jealous of him. 最大野党代表、ナイフです。マジで。イージェミョン。 知らんかったわ、俺。ずっとこの本ばっかり書いとったから知らんかったわ。いや、ちょっとびっくりしたわ。一つ思い出したのが、ほら、安倍元総理が、暗殺されたでしょ。で、それでね、韓国でものすごいでかいニュースになってて、でね、これ多分、一度ものライブでお話ししたことあると思うんですけど、日本が羨ましいと、日本人が羨ましいっていう風な、そういう風なコメントがね、たくさんついてたんですよ。で、今回韓国のね、イ・ジェミョンが暗殺されて、でこの人は左系ですよね。で、もうそういうのがあってから、で、その後、なんだったかな、建設会社のなんかの建築かなんかのあれで、関係で賄賂をもらったとか、そんなんで逮捕される直前なんでしょう、一応ね。なかなかやっぱ、どこの国もそうなんだけど、やっぱね、こんくらいのやっぱり政治家になると、こんくらいのやっぱ言うなら韓国で大物でしょうね。になると、なかなかやっぱ逮捕されないというかで、ユン・ソンヨル大統領、今の大統領ですね。韓国の大統領は、おそらくね、そういうのはやりたくないんだと思うわ。自分の政敵を逮捕させるみたいなね。そういう例をもうこれ以上作りたくないっていう風なのがあるんだなと思うわ。で、基本的にやっぱ韓国人は韓国人だから、韓国人なんだけど、結局、ただやっぱね、このユン・ソンヨルに関して言えばね、僕はもうこの人が立候補してる時から思ってたんだけど、この人は本気でね、韓国を良くしたいと思ってるんだろうなと僕は思ったんですよ。この人の生い立ちであったりとか、この人のずっと話してる内容であったりとか、この人の選挙活動を僕ずっと見てて、で、すげえまともな人間なんだなと僕は思ってたんですね。だからこいつが、だから僕はほら、選挙の速報をやってたでしょ。韓国の選挙速報してどうすんだってそうなんだけど、でも僕、なんだろう、ね。もう皆さんご存知。僕はね、かの半島のあれが大嫌いだし、あの国いなくなればいいと僕は思ってるんだけど、でそのために僕は韓国語を勉強してるわけですよね。彼らに言いたいことがあるから。もう皆さんもご存知だと思う。だからいちいちこんなところで弁解する必要もないと思うんだけど、ね。そう。でもまあ、ユン・ソンヨルに関して言えば、この人はめちゃめちゃちゃんとした人というかね、なかなか珍しいと思うわ。今時こんな政治家っていうのはね、本気で自分の国を良くしたいと思ってる政治家なんかなかなかいないですよ。だから僕はこの男には勝ってほしくなかったわ。だって僕は韓国人じゃないから。今、刺された、イ・ジェミョンに僕は勝ってほしいと思ってたわ。なんでかというと、こいつは左の方だから、ね、こいつが、イ・ジェミョンがね、要するに韓国が左寄りの国である限りは、日本と対立を起こすでしょ。そしたら例えば、フカ水素のああいうのとかも、ほら、事実上の、僕から見たら事実上の経済制裁ですよ。僕から見たらね、違うという人が多いんだけど、でも僕は経済制裁だと思うわ。実際のところそれのおかげで、韓国ではいろんな工場が錆びついちゃって、サムスンなんかもそうらしいんだけど、あれが、半導体がね、作れなくなったんですよね。だから世界中で今、半導体不足が起きているというのも一つあるんですよ。なんでかというと、韓国ものすごいいっぱい作ってたでしょ。で、あと中国もそうですね。中国は別の理由でもちろんそうなんだけど、アメリカからの制裁というのが一番でかかったですよね。でもやっぱ韓国でも半導体が作れなくなったというのは、やっぱ世界経済にものすごい影響してたわけですよね。でも実際はなんだろう、ユン・ソンヨルになって、そして、 なんだろう、日本と仲良くなってしまったら、日本は多分解除してからね、普通に売るようになるんじゃないかなと、要するになんかこう、なんだっけ要するになんかこう、ホワイト国からこう除外するみたいなのが、ホワイト国に戻すことになるんじゃないかなと思ってたから、案の定戻したでしょ。なんだと思うんだけど、そう。こういうふうになるんじゃないかなと思ってたことが実際起きてしまって、わーと思ってて。で、それもこれも結局ね、このユン・ソンヨルという今の大統領、韓国の大統領が本気になってやっぱ韓国という国を良くしたいと思ってるからだと思うんですよ。僕は大したやつだと思うわ。正直人間としては僕は嫌いじゃないな。こういう本当に真面目な人間っていうのはね。多分韓国の歴史の中で言うなら唯一本当に韓国を良くしようとしてる人だと思うわ。初めてじゃないかな。そう何の話だったっけまあ何しろね。そうやって、そういう人だから、イ・ジェミョンの、この刺されたやつ、こいつの逮捕がね、間近になってるのに、なかなかこう、逮捕まで結びつかない。その他もろもろ、例えば、ムン・ジェインもそうだわ。文在寅。あいつも逮捕されてないでしょ。ユン・ソンヨルが多分止めてるんだと思うわ。もうそういう国にしたくないというかね。過去の大統領とか、過去のそういうふうな自分の政敵とか、自分の党、なんていう党だったっけちょっと忘れたんだけど、この人のこう敵だった人間とかをこう逮捕させるような国にしたくないというふうなのから、身を削ってこういうふうなことをやってるんだと思うんですよ。本来だったら逮捕した方が絶対手っ取り早いでしょう。それはさせない。なんでかというと、そのサイクルがずっと続いていったら、ずっと韓国という国はダメになるんだというふうにやっぱ思っているからだと思うんですね。そうまあでもこういうことが起きてしまった。本当に。まあ、わからない。所詮ね、いろいろ、なんか人道的なこととかね、なんかいろいろこういう例えば暴力犯罪ですよね。こういうことに関していろいろ言うつもりはないわ。で政治家を、ぶっちゃけた話、政治家をこうやって暗殺するっていうのは、一般人を殺すのとやっぱだいぶ意味合いが違いますから、でこれでその韓国という国がどういうふうな流れになるかということの話じゃないですか、結局ね。で考えたなら、どういう流れになるか分かんないんだけど、こうやってやっぱ左派の人間をものすごく嫌ってる人間がいてと。で、なんだろう、もうユン・ソンヨル大統領が、こいつを逮捕させる気が、ね、警察とか検察を使って逮捕する気がないのなら、俺がやったるぞみたいな感じになったのかなと。国民がね、その後、それにどう反応するかというのもあるんだけど、まあでも正月から、このイ・ジェミョンも頑張ってましたね。わざわざプサンに行ってからね、何しに行ったのか知らんけど、そこでこう刺されてしまうという。